Hello, people, and welcome to follow the grand finale of the Asian Cup 2025. Now, as you can see, we have changed our surroundings, and that is because I wanted to, well, first of all, I wanted to make sure that the stream quality is going to be better, and second of all, because I have very much things to do after the stream. And this is to save time. So, Thailand Japan is of course going to be the name of the game. Thailand in 2024 was the silver medalist of the Asian Cup, and Japan did not even make it to the semi-finals. But this year around, they are definitely um, showing why they are the five-time world championship world champion country, and have certainly come in with the bangers. And it is, at this point, I'm not gonna even say that it is a surprise to see Japan in the finals, but it's good to see that they have been given a nice challenge every year. So the lineups you can see above me. We have on table one, we have the current national champion of Thailand, Nopthorn Karaenkam, versus YguruguruY. Then on table two, we have Shawin 053 versus Lztecih Traps. The table number three, the Thai captain Lztecih versus the Japan captain Should. So that's also the table that we will be covering. A nice battle of the captains is always great to witness. Then we have on table four, idinidad versus Kuri Ginton. Kuri, who I'm pretty sure has, and we've seen, I'm pretty sure we have seen him already reach the 700 mark, and he's not far away from it at the moment. And he's rated at what, 670? Yeah, 678. And then on table 5, we do have the highest rated table, but it will be streamed on Utsematch's channel. So if you are specifically looking to view that, then I highly do suggest either well, actually, I'm gonna suggest you to check Ute's stream after our own stream, because we always gotta promote our own channel first. So table 5, Ritichai Chalonkul versus Satoshi Kitamura. That's Paxi and Kitara respectively, of course. And Kitara is going to be the Japanese representative in the 2025 World Championships, due to Japan having again conquered the World Team Kakasun Online Championships, and thus they do get an extra representative to the World Champs. Now we will be unfortunately, actually, the order of the final matches of the Asian Cup were not the more traditional bronze match grand finale, which is usually, kind of the trend that I would personally like to follow, because we always want to like conclude everything to the grand finale, of course. But so the bronze match will be then tomorrow at 1400 UTC. So make sure to tune in for that as well. But now we will be diving into table 3, and we'll see if Japan or Thailand will be the ones who take home the most precious of the medals. And Actually, I do have to check this out, but the top two teams will be able to get one representative of each country to the qualifiers of CCL for 2026, I believe. It's not a straight main stage place; it is a qualifier place, a or qualifier spot. Welcome, Alfonso. Good to see you here. Early monastery for the Japanese, and we have a couple extra, well, a couple points for the Thai player in response, and also gets the best tile to take and continue the vacant city cap. And just in time, as Shoot was also getting a city piece. And now, I mean, honestly, it's like gonna be either, I guess, this spot that a city is gonna be started, but looks like looks like the Japanese captain is going to disagree, and he's going to try and cause issues to the potential 8-point city of LZ instead, and it just happens to work out pretty well. Welcome, Sergi, as well. You can see at the bottom we have more distractions, let's say, for the Japanese, and we have a couple extra points again for LZ, disrupting the road and also making some platforms to potentially make the completion of the monastery a bit more annoying. LZ also trying to actually, well, like trying to either just get a city of his own, or to then get a triangle and direct it to the left, get in a 2-on-1 meeple advantage, finish a rather sizable city, but those plans are taken out by the Japanese as the cities are connected. And we do have a 2-point road. Well, actually now two 2-point roads for LZ, which is not really all that great, because like usually I would personally want to avoid having more than one road, especially when you seemingly need kind of the same types of tiles in order to go in order to progress those like in a reasonable manner, because like you do want to take advantage of this road end to have an easy um, finishing of the road. And with this as well, it's like only the starting tile is going to be a city plus road tile, other than a tile with a curve or a crossroad that you would be able to use here as well. City caps for shoot, and now a moment of consideration. Do you go over here and do you just abandon your plan of making a perhaps like a double connection tile sequence to the shared city? And he does indeed decide that it is the preferred choice. Shoot with another monastery, but not quite with the monastery spots that he would like. I mean, this is kind of way too dangerous because it can be blocked immediately, and this also enters the same problem. So only really this third spot here is more of a natural decision, because you do want to get some sort of value for the monastery, and this is still like we are still at the early game part, so you can like quite freely take on the monasteries and try to actually finish them straight road spots. But you would have technically have to meeple that, I guess, so probably not as delightful, and it is not indeed not what should decides to do. Rather, it's gonna just add 1 point to the road and have the road out of harm's way, which is understandable, even though it was not like under a severe threat of blocking, because there were still all types of tiles to fit into the square, even if a partial block was to come from green spot. Welcome, Helge. Straight road for green. I assume it's gonna go just over here and trying to provide a blocking spot for green. Oh wow. Oh, yeah, I'm not a fan of that. Not a fan, I gotta say. I mean, I guess like there's nothing like dangerous about this, but about this, like you are taking away tiles that you would be able to benefit from. And as a matter of fact, by not going over here with the starting tile, LZ is going to be facing, in all likelihood, a doom for his meeple. Because with this move right here, with the straight road, he did take away, well, like a lot of city tiles from red, but at the same time, he also like it's not a full block. There are still like tons of tiles to go here, but this road of his just changed to be a way more dangerous one to get caught up, and it did. So it's the consequences of your actions, and I do not believe that it really paid any sort of dividends to Green of trying to harass the city. And I mean, Green still has to do something, do something about it, because it still has a dagger to fit here, like one dagger, also one city crossroad, and like um, four road Doritos, yeah. And so an ideal stuff here would be for shoot would be to get a city cap with a field to pre-complete the city, and then upon completion get a 12-point field farmer. But maybe on the other hand, um, even though it is kind of nice to have a nice looking features with potential continuation plans in the form of a field, then I mean, look at these look at these monasteries though. Like it's gonna be difficult for Shoot to maneuver himself around those and actually complete those. Because like this is in an instant danger of getting blocked with at least 5, 6, like at least 6 blocking tiles, probably more. And then this monastery is like also the type of one that kind of looks difficult to complete because you kind of gotta fill these squares first, unless you get like maybe just curves here. But like you can't really make use of future monasteries because you just don't have a spot for them. Because like here and here, the dangers are still the same, as in either the square on the right or on the left can get blocked with just one singular move. Also, there was already a chance for LZ to block the monastery, but he decided not to do that, for probably because it was a shielded tile. I can't really think of a better reason. But this is a wonderful tile for shoot though. I mean he can go here, but and he could at least theoretically also meeple the monastery, but like a straight road, not a straight road, but a curve here would be kind of devastating because it would leave actually only one singular tile over here as a curve, as a dagger, and then would potentially also leave only one tile over here in the form of a regular crossroad. So that's why I should decide not to actually go for the triple monasteries, just decide to take out the meeple from the road. And I have a looming suspicion that is going to try and save up his meeples to try and attack this 9-point field. And also he's going to try to have as many meeples as possible at his disposal to also vacate, to also, not vacate, but also take up on this field, because it does also look like something that could actually have a decent amount of points later on. Like 1 city, 2 cities, 3 cities, 4 cities, like even 4 cities in some cases, or maybe 5. Who knows? Like it could actually be like quite a sizable field, and just like in general, it's nice to have meeples at your disposal in order to be able to fight for fields that are potential to grow. Yet another monastery for Shurt, and I mean he could go for this, I guess, and give up on this monastery because, like, let's be honest, it's not gonna be finished. So, but this might, because there is still a dagger to fit here. Actually, there's not, because Green just used the final dagger. But there are the road Doritos to take 4 points, and then maybe go with a triple city over here. So this is like fully completable still. And I mean, I guess you could even go with a meeple onto the field. Actually, maybe not. That might be just a little too far, because it only has 3 points as of right now. And despite all the potential of expansion with the field, like all of that can still be taken away with, like, say, getting this expansion spot blocked with a city tile, blocking this square with like a triple city which also blocks this city, and then this field can potentially even get trapped to only 3 points, which again, not really ideal, good, or even decent. +2 is the point advantage at the moment for green. +6, +4, +7, +16, 23. This is equal. 18, 12. Actually, +12 for green. +13. And only one extra meeple for red. Actually, red is not in that great of a position. And seems like red is slightly worried about this city becoming finished. So they tried to go for a full blocking opportunity, setting up a block to a dagger. But green is going to be expanding this city, and from green's perspective, it's not even like necessary to actually like finish the city. Like he just needs to make sure that there are no like big point possibilities for red to take advantage of his one extra meeple. Also, actually no, this is good. This is good because green is gonna be able to potentially take out this scoring opportunity from red, or just prevent the completion of the monastery in general. 2 points for green. And we see also red now slightly going for the potential save of the monastery, but also using one of these three meeples to now take up on the 6-point field, and certainly trying to go for more cities on it, and now having faith on the one remaining dagger that is in the deck with the left hand side curve. Whilst how many blocking tiles there are actually? Let's see. Uh, there are no road monasteries, so I mean those also wouldn't be blocking tiles. There's one regular monastery, and how many vanillas? One, two, three, four, five. Actually, only the regular monastery to get into this spot. So is that a 50-50 chance? I mean, I don't think it's a 50-50 chance. Um, but even this type of math is a bit too confusing for me to say for sure what it is, because there's like one blocking tile, so it's like, does green get the like what are the chances of green either getting the dagger or the blocking tile first before should gets the dagger, or just gets the blocking tile himself, and so just has the 50-50. You tell me. Gun not playing. Yeah, that is. I do have to say it's kind of surprising, given that Gun, who was the previous national champion of Thailand, and overall just a very top contender of the best player title in Japan, is sitting on the bench. So I'm not sure if maybe it is a scheduling problem, or um, maybe Thailand just wanted to give some more room for other players. I don't know. Also, welcome to the chat, Victor. Oh, oh, Green can actually go here and threaten the completion of this humongous city with actually the same dagger that Shoot needs over here. Though I'm not sure if that is worth it. Well, Green decides that it is not indeed, because maybe it's just a coin toss that Green does not need to win, but he does win this coin toss, and this is going to be just a severe poison move from Brett's perspective. It does give 2 points to the monasteries, but it does block the city, and thus it's going to take away the biggest scoring opportunity that Red had. There's also no city crossroad going to Red's hand, not being able to get these 8 points, which would have, I believe, been quite important. Let's see. So there's 1 point ahead is Green, plus 10, plus 14, 17, 8, 8, 10, 5, minus 4, plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I think plus 8 for Green at the moment. And also still actually possibility to finish the city, I believe, seeing that Shoot is going for the blocking platforms. But actually, it's not even that like accurate for Shoot to try and block this, because he doesn't have the luxury of like using tiles for blocking. Like, he needs to score stuff. So like he just needs to try and pray that he gets the Road Dorito himself, which he does, and which is now going to result into, I believe, well, actually, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, at least like, well, yeah, not just at least, but like 3 less points than he could have gotten. So like, had he tried to like create a road over here, or maybe create the road over here, just waiting for the road Dorito to emerge, then it's like it would be more accurate because by blocking this, there is absolutely no chance in the world that Shoot will get enough points to contest for the win. That's something you gotta realize, that even though you see a humongous threat by your opponent, if it is at the end of the game, you need to you need to do some thoughts on the balancing. Like can I afford using X many tiles on blocking, or do I just have to try and be efficient with my own scoring? Because if I do blocking, those are generally almost always 0-point moves, and maybe multiple of those. And in this case, they indeed were 0-point moves. But in this case, it is also true that she didn't actually have, I think, even a. Well, I mean, he did have a possibility. Like he could have gone over here with straight road, right? Also, you can't see because the overlay is in front. But go here with the straight road, then a curve here, and drop a farmer, then another curve, and join the 9-point field. It still would not be enough, but it is the most efficient point gathering that he could have, tried to do at the end of it. Or well, by quick looks, it seems like the most accurate point gathering that that the Japanese player could have tried to do. 1-0 for the tie. And we will try to update the scores in a moment's time for also for the other tables. Well, we would be updating if the .gg page would be showing us the live scores, but unfortunately seems like the page has not updated, so we will just I guess finish with with the table 3, and then afterwards we will be maybe even manually checking the scores of the other tables if we are forced to do that. 9 to 10 with the early points. We have an early field now in control of red. We also have probably a finishing of the road for green, like that. Okay. I think it's a bit of an odd decision. Like, why not just go on the left and start a city like in a safe manner? But okay, that might also work. Starting tile for green. I mean, you could also, of course, always do this rather easy looking move of finishing a 6-point city, but this also seems very doable. But he is risking the full block of the city, and he does not indeed get a saving tile, and it might cost him a meeple. This trying to be a hero, at least not yet. He will get the connection. Oh, come on. That, yeah, I don't, I actually don't think this is going to be good enough, because now you are also risking getting your monastery blocked, and maybe in some cases you like this gets blocked also with like a curve, and also this like you are potentially never going to get that final starting tile. So maybe two of your meeples get blocked, and this farmer never gets to its target. Whereas just going over here, taking away, finishing a monastery, making sure that you get to the field, and just putting some hope again, of being able to wait for one more turn for the potential salvation of the city would be paying off better. But okay, at least, well, if we see the results now, then we do have a great chance as green to finish an 8 or a 10-point city and also get to the field. And now this starting tile doesn't actually matter if we get it or not. And actually, even if we would be getting it, it's in all likelihood we will not be placing it there because we will be connecting to the field from the left through our own city. So chances are that this connection is not relevant anymore. Shield tile for shoot, and green does indeed get their road Dorito, finishes an 8-point city and also gets a nice looking road. Should get the starting tile, and of course instead of going over here for those 2 points, he's going to take 4 points and allow himself to at some point get the monastery meeple back as well. Now the only question is, with what tile does does red actually do that with? Because he might be tempted to drop a farmer maybe over here if he goes with a Dorito. But if he goes with a triple city, it's just it's always giving 4 city points to green in any case. And usually it would be kind of tempting to go over here with like a city cap on the left and place another city meeple, then try to get a Dorito and a triple city to take over the entire feature. But maybe in this scenario it's not as tempting because you would then have 3 meeples potentially waiting for one tile in one spot, and that can take a long while, even though this spot is at the moment not blockable to any sort of triple city or a quad city. Dagger for shoot. Um, well, not like obvious places to place it to actually. I guess we could just start a new city from somewhere. Maybe we could actually go over here. Why not go over here? Because we still have one triple city with the road remaining in the deck, right? And like so basically green only has one tile to make an instant block if they get the triple city themselves. But otherwise, like green can't really do anything about this, and we could just potentially even just get another city cap, block this square, and be in a winning ruin battle later on. So that's potentially one option. But okay, just going for another 4-point city outside of the field, which I'm not sure is going to benefit red as much. Well, maybe it is, but like red's going to need another meeple on this field at some point for sure, because like this field is gonna be big. like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 18 points at the moment. It's gonna be maybe at some point at 21, because green will be going here at least if he gets a a connection tile like at the very very late stage of the game, and is going to be able to make sure that that should actually cannot use this this meeple that he would be then getting back into his hand. Welcome, Ian. Howdy to yourself as well. So second meeple from green gets to the field, and as you can see now, red is in a very bad spot actually. Has 1 to 2 meeple disadvantage. Has I mean, might be forced to give out these points at some point just to be able to manufacture a attacking spot to the field. There's also this spot actually, with still 2 daggers in the deck. So a 75%er is not bad. And there's like there are no dividers also to go here, so like it's a forced connection. Oh no, no, you did not just do that. You did not just do that. Like red just took away potentially his best attacking spot to the field. It just casually took it away. Like, took away an unblockable attacking spot to the field, which he himself might be needing. Because like he's minus 18 points behind. Like red might actually not survive even if he gets even on the field. Like he might actually have to win the might actually have to win the field straight up. So like 2 meeples, which means that more attacking possibilities to the field would be working in benefit of red, as opposed to being a harm for red. There's also a well, okay, I mean 3 points instead of 4. Yeah, okay, sure. Because these 4 points would have also provided a blocking platform onto the city. So red is now, I mean, just look at this. Red is now trying to manufacture more attacking possibilities to the field when he just took away one. Like, what's the idea? What's the point here? I don't really get this. I don't really get it. Like, why would you take away your attacking platform to the field if you are going to start manufacturing others later on? Like, you're just essentially wasting tiles, because now you have to use several tiles to go here and then here, drop a farmer, instead of just going over here with a road tile and getting a dagger. You're minus 7 points behind as red. These are equal. Minus 12, minus 15. So minus 15 points. Plus the field, actually. Plus the field. But, well, maybe this is the route. Immediately gets the connection. But are there city caps, though, left in the deck? Well, yes, indeed there are. And maybe in light of that, it could have been actually, it could have actually been necessary for green to drop a farmer here preemptively. Because like, what's the worst that can happen? Like this finishes and you get a 6 point field. Like that's about that is like about the worst, and that's not bad at all. Also, you might have to connect over here to make sure that you don't that you are not in danger of losing the field at any point. But okay, so green gets a third meeple going on to the main field from the left, from the spot which red manufactured themselves and did not end up using. Though I don't think red had the tiles to do that. I mean, he had the chance to attack the field with the dagger, but like, would you really do that with the dagger? Would I do that? Uh, Honestly, I think I might not, because like just finishing such a nice 8-point city, I think would be my priority. Getting a meeple back and finding a better tile, a more useless tile to attack the field with. Even though attacking the field is a must do stuff at some point of the game. +9 for red um, equal +12 +4 +1 if red connects and green does not, and an extra meeple. So what needs to happen is for red to is for green to not connect and red to find a connection over here. Which is it even possible? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There is still one regular curve, so there is that. Um, and there are no road monasteries. So like you see the issue here, because like now when red has blocked this, like it could still act as a platform to get to the field, but now it cannot be used. Now red has to manufacture some third spot potentially, or red will just have to take like every single connection tile onto the field away from green, which he does not. He just decides to connect green straight up to the field, which I find a bit odd. But it is the best monastery spot, and maybe red deemed that green had just way too many connection tiles in order for red to draw them all. And so red's plan now is like to not draw the curve and go over here, maybe. Like +9, +12, +4, +11, +14, 1, 2, 3, 4, sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So like red is -10. Like, what you gonna do? Is it? Oh, I I don't think it's much of a green interest to create any sort of possibilities for more red meeples to get to the field. Like, if anything, green should just be like going fully like fully ballistic on safe mode. Like, I don't know, like even just going over here or something. Okay, well, he does get the curve, which essentially is going to seal the game, because this guy is not going to be ever coming to the field. So yeah, just takes the 6-point field in the end anyways. And should, I believe, is going to take the road. No, because now there is no point in trying to get to the field anymore, because this guy cannot get to the field and you only have 3 tiles in your disposal. So okay, a 4-point move. Maybe there is also a city cap for should to finish the city and to place a farmer still, because otherwise this move doesn't make any sense, because it would be just better to take on this road and allow a city cap on your opponent's field, because if there are no city caps, then that one city cap does absolutely nothing. Okay, I see we have some action on the chat, and we have guests who have come back to the house. Welcome, Finnar fan, out with the Finn and Ares. Okay, so an 8 point road, 7 point road, no, 8 point road, but it is not enough with this massive field of 21 points, or shouldn't be enough. It's actually going to be more of a close game than it seemed to be. Only like an 8 point difference, which actually is rather amazing from Red's perspective, given that his situation was so dire for like half of the game that I kind of gotta applaud the efforts, even though they did not end up doing him enough of a good things. And that's also going to be a second point for Thailand on table 3, and the first match point for Thailand, getting them into 1-0 lead. And this is also a good spot then to check on the other tables and the scores. Well, first of all, we are going to try to check if they have been updated on the GG page, and they indeed have, so our job is going to be way more easier. So we have a decider going on table 1. We have a 1-0 lead on table 2 for Thailand, a 1-0 lead on table 4 for Thailand, and an 0-1 lead on table 5 in favor of Japan. So actually, Japan is not looking that great at the moment, which is surprising. Not to downplay the strength of the Thai team. I know it's strong because like they do have all of their today's players like above 500, maybe even above 550, which is a nice show of strength for sure. But like just generally when you are facing Japan and when you are in the grand finale, Japan does not kid around. Like they will give a playtime for their best players in the team, and at the moment they are getting trampled. Let's take a look at table number 1 with the reigning Thailand national champion versus YguruguruY. And this is going to be, actually kind of crucial for either player to win, because like for Thailand to get a 2-0 lead with 3 tables from which 2 of them they are actually winning, then that's just massive for Thailand. But for Japan, this would be, I think, even more important to win at this stage to give like more of a chance in this rest of the two. So what do we have here? We have a 13-10 on the scoreboard. We have a Maple getting restricted to a 1 remaining road monastery. We have a 4-pointer road gonna be easily recoverable, and we have a monastery for red. For blue, of course, which is still looking to be, well, very much recoverable. And also it does have additional monastery spots right next to it for future monastery stacking. And then we have at the right here, we have a bit of a ruined fight going on. Or maybe even in some cases it's going to be a completed city, but at the moment it really doesn't look like it's going to become that much of a threat. First of all, there are only 2 tiles to go here, plus blue is for sure, almost for sure, going to cause some further issues to the well-being of the city, making it way more harder to complete than it is now. And there are also, like, it's also not given that red could even without the extra help from blue, be able to continue the city in such a manner that it would be um, that blue would not be able to bring a second meeple to the city. So stacking is the way to go, as blue has been laying down. And there's now even a third monastery spot, which is really, really juicy. Now, one thing that is going to be harmful for blue is going to be this square right here, because it's going to be, first of all, it's going to be a spot that is on the that's going to be harmful for blue, because it's going to be forced to continue a shared feature, and thus very likely to make a 0 point moves with a city cap. Um, with a city cap, because there's only one road Dorito remaining, so that's likely not going in there. And a triple city, well, maybe that's an option, but then it would mean that blue would have to invest even more city tiles to a shared feature, and that's like not a sequence that you would ever want to be making, because those are inefficient moves essentially, because you are using city tiles um, to shared features, which are essentially always like 0 points. Well, in this case, okay, maybe like 2 points, 1 point, but still, it's not ideal. What is ideal though is the fact that Blue is able to get a third monastery, and furthermore, he's able to get a second road monastery, leaving this 2 point road meeple hanging, and it's going to be stuck there for the entirety of the game. Also, the monastery stacking is of course looking really nice. A vanilla is going to be needed for the square to bring home one of the monasteries, and there are still 4 of those remaining, but I would assume that as the board is right now, blue is not going to be going with his first vanilla over here. He's going to be instead going over here and adding a second meeple to the mix, because this ruin or city is going to be now in such uh, greatness, whatever the word is that, whatever the word for that is. It's gonna be big enough that it's gonna be worth actually fighting for, like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 points for one extra meeple, and 13th point is gonna go down over here. So definitely, I would say that it's gonna be a target for blue for sure. Gurufu, I mean, could yeah, immediately take away that spot and take away the opportunity from blue to actually attack the city, which now is looking, I mean, slightly nicer than it used to be, but I mean, it's still far away from actually getting completed, and I am having a difficult time to believe that it ever will be completed. Surely because, I mean, this type of like ladder formation of tiles, when your city is depending on those, it's like very, very difficult to build your city in such a way that it can never be attacked. It's like almost impossible, because like if you go here with like a triple city, it can be blocked over here, or if you go with city pointing down, then you are leaving an attacking spot to your opponent. And now that the quantity is also gone, there's like nothing to go here that is safe, which is a big issue for red. But on the other hand, red might not need to like do anything to the city. Like he might as well just try to like create an illusion of potentially being able to complete the city, just to be able to like waste some tiles from blue, and to have a bit of a distraction for blue from other point scoring. In the meanwhile, though, we have a completed city for red also getting a 6-point field, potentially expanding into a 9-pointer. And for blue, we do have the 2 completed monasteries waiting for a dagger still, which there is still 1 remaining. There's 1 dagger over here, 1 over here, and 1 still in the deck. But again, if he gets the dagger, it's going to be used on a shared feature, so a very valuable tile usually, which kind of has to be used on a 1-point move and just to be able to get a meeple back. So now we do see that Garufu is making the effort of trying to set up the potential finishing of the city at some point, and it requires an attack from Guru to be able to make sure that the worst of the worst does not happen. The worst of the worst, of course, being that the city would get completed and it would still belong to red in total. Saves the connection, but actually not so much, to be honest, because there are still now 2 tube dividers remaining versus only 1 extender. So it's like more it's the chances of red blocking out the blue meeple are better than blue actually connecting. What does need to be paid attention to is also, of course, this stuff over here at the top, which needs to be completed. Otherwise, there are just more spots for red to attack. And maybe in light of that, it's better to go over here first as Garufu instead of just taking a meeple back, or do that, which I mean, this allows like different things. Like it does allow like well, it allows 1 more city cap to go here as opposed to going over here. But what it also allows is the fact that this city can now be actually finished, and that there is no immediate blocking platform made on this square. What is not really working out for red is the fact that he would be needing potentially the same tile over here with the same tube divider that he would be needing over here as well. But with the vanilla, now we are getting into very much interesting territory, because we have a race of a tube divider, the last of its kind, versus the last of its kind extender. And there's also actually a rather massive looking field fight now with just this regular curve taking 4 points, connecting all the fields together. And like in the case of the tube divider going here for red, then also that means 2 more cities being formed onto the field, which if all comes together, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like 24 points, maybe 25 points, 27 points on the field, maybe even sucking up this red meeple over here. So there's like still a ton of things that can happen. But for Garufu, I like his game is definitely like seemingly depending on getting the tube divider. Like if he doesn't get it, then like he's just losing this game. Also, do you go over here? Do you block the connection? Because you are setting it up. Off the extender. Okay. Well, that is pretty much game. Like should be like plus 11 for Guru. Plus 19, 22, 16, 14, 23. Yeah, plus 23, and Garufu has 1 more meeple. Also, I did hallucinate just a bit because these two cities, with the help of this exact tube divider, would have actually not been on this main field just yet, only the larger one, because it still needs the dagger to fit into this square. But maybe the dagger will come as well. At least there is this. So both the monastery and the city can actually be still recovered. But I wonder if it is even worth it. Because like at this point, it's like when blue can play super safe. Like he can just go with another meeple onto the field. Yeah, and that is exactly what he does. So he just takes it super safe and does not allow any sort of field activity for red, which is very essential now that he is in such a lead. Because if you want to play safe, if you want to just play like make sure that you win instead of doing like any sort of like heroic stuff, then you just secure the field when it is like this big. You just need to secure the field because it is the biggest feature on the board, and when you are in such a lead, the only thing you always have to do is to make sure that your opponent cannot get his hands on big features. 7 points for the monastery for Gorufu, and I mean this is only like aesthetics at this point for well really for either player. So what are our remaining tiles except for the dagger? I kind of want to say that we do have a triple city still left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 triple cities left. One with a road and one without. So that's 3 tiles. Then maybe, I don't know, curves. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No curves, which means that this is like a fully dead square. There are also no daggers with the left-hand side curve, which is also a tile that would fit over here. Maybe crossroads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, crossroads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I see 2 crossroads missing. And those are actually all the tiles that are in the game still. So a triple city with a road, and this triple city, a dagger, and 2 crossroads. Oh, 1 crossroad is remaining. So 1 regular crossroad and then one tile. Now it doesn't really matter for blue, but it's gonna matter for like only when you want to be like precise. Well, there's the dagger, so going over here, not the worst idea. When you only have 1 meeple, you also get a meeple back. But actually two meeples back, and you get a 4-point road. You also get actually 6 points, 3 on this field and 3 on this field. So 11 points move, plus despite you giving a meeple back to your opponent, when they only have 2 tiles left in the game, then they don't actually even have the time to use those meeples. And that is called meeple surplus. Actually, in this case for both players. So the efficiency is going to take some hits, but sometimes it just do be like that. Pakshay's last game versus with Kitara was spectacular. Him going for a 50 point city. Jesus Christ. Yeah, well, I might have to then indeed watch back Utse's stream since he was mainly covering that table. So I mean, sounds pretty interesting indeed. Also, that kind of sounds like that when it was his last game that he lost 0-2 and didn't actually wasn't actually able to finish the city. Like that's how it sounds. That might not be how it ended, but it's how that it's how it sounds to me. But I will take a look at it at some point when looking back at Uche's stream. But so table one will go to Japan, and they will get a match point going on the scoreboard, tying things down to 1-1. Sorry for the spoiler. No worries, man. No worries. I mean, I don't have time anyways to like watch all the games like as in a review mode or like all the streams because yeah, I mean I just don't have time. I just can't stretch myself to all places. So it's good to know how things went once in a while. 122 to 148 points. Jesus, like 270 points scored in one game. That is a high amount of points. 1-2 for Guru and 1-1 for Japan. And then let's check on the other tables. So we have deciders, and Japan is coming back. Decider on table 2, decider on table 4, and an 0-2 victory on table 5. So what looked to be a fantastic start for Thailand has turned into a nail biter where they are actually in a disadvantage, which again, I mean, again, you are playing against Japan, so um, it's not really a surprise that this is like happening. Let's take a look at table number 4, maybe. No, let's actually take a look at table number 2 because I don't think I have seen much of Xiaowin's games lately, so maybe we can have some of that. 1-on-1 and 11 minutes. Well, we have like half the game still going on, so that's all right. Must win for Thailand in order to keep the match alive, and so far it does look great on the scoreboard of 10 to 22. We have blocked meeples for both players. Going to be 5-on-5 eventually when the road monastery comes. We have a still alive city for red with well, one out because there's only one dagger remaining. And we also have a nice juicy monastery for red and a larger part of the city. So actually, well, on the board it does look actually better for red. It's just on the scoreboard it is blue who is leading. Straight roads for red, not really all that much help. I guess they could go over here and just prepare a better monastery spot. Oh no, that's bad, because that was the final vanilla. There are no vanillas anymore, which means that maybe for Xiaowin it's would be a good idea to go over here if he gets his hands on something like this. Yeah, well, maybe not immediately, but I mean, yeah, sure, this works first. But then, like, if he gets his hands on another triple city, quad city, or a Dorito, then it would be potentially a great idea to go over here because indeed there are no more vanillas in the game to fit into this square, and that could potentially spell trouble for Echetakuto. Not only because he would be losing a great monastery spot, but also because he would be forced to use like 2 city tiles for defense. I mean, You could do it with this, but it is a shielded tile though. Like primarily you would want to use shielded tiles for offense and like building your own features. But this is fine. Yeah, this is fine. Um, I did say that it would be a good decision to do so, and it has been done. Now, one issue that could arise from this is that traps could potentially get a dagger, go over here without a meeple or with a meeple. I think both are fine. And then get a divider over here, get a 12-point city on his field, get the meeple back from the monastery, and of course the 3 additional points for the field in the form of the city, which this does solve the issue. And is this a full block? 1, 2, 3. I mean, this is not even a full block though. What? 1, 2, 3. No, it's not even a full block. I'm kind of surprised that the traps did forego these 4 points just for the sake of getting a 50-50 block on the road, but okay. I guess it's something. Also, actually, the road monastery that goes over here for both players is going to expand the field by 3 points. And it could have potentially expanded by 6 points if red were to get the critical dagger, which could have allowed him to get this meeple back, finish a 10-point city, and also grab 3 extra points for the road. But blue manages to get the dagger, which is going to be a sigh of relief for him. Traps gets his monastery recovered. And I do wonder exactly how much do the road monasteries decide on this game, because like 9 points is going to be putting red on equal terms. Well, actually, well, yeah, 9 points. But if blue gets it, is he going to be too far ahead? Maybe not, actually. Maybe not. Yeah, he's gonna be he's gonna be like nicely ahead, but like the situation is still like doable, maybe for red if blue gets the road monastery first. Also, this road is not just a random a random 7-point road actually. It also does expand the field to 9 points from the right side, and didn't even need the road monastery to do that. Blue taking 4 points and potentially getting himself the road end for use, because this road is still live. It's still live. It's still possible to complete. The starting tile has not gone out of the deck. And quite soon, actually, maybe blue is gonna take up this field because he has 3 meeples. Like he doesn't even need that many meeples for himself. He just needs to like start securing points. He could also, I guess, take up on this city, but there are several vacant city caps. So like, why take a city when you can just take a 6-point field and like basically have no risk at all having taken? Because like you only need to really keep 1 meeple in hand as blue for the starting tile and for the road monastery. Like that is all that you need to do. Well, he didn't take the field just yet, but maybe now. It's still 6 points. It's still something that you would be that would be like nice to have. Let's see. Plus 13, 19, 12 equal 17 plus 8 for blue, plus 14 for blue. And this is going to be like, yeah, I mean 9 for red. So like even with the road monastery, red is still like -5. Um, that could be a problem. Unless he gets something like this going on. +7 and maybe expands to this, well, +4 and maybe expands to this field for +7. I want to say, yep, yeah, okay, sure. Makes the block. Also gets 1 monastery point. But blue might have to be careful about road monastery going over here and unifying these two field meeples, or these two fields together, because taking this field now, it was potentially too early. Blue would want to take field on the other side of the monastery. On the other side of which monastery exactly? Like here? Ah, I mean, I assume you mean here, but I think what you have missed is that this field is also already part of this 6-point of this 9-point field, because it goes all the way from here to here. I mean, it's like exactly the same miss that I also did moments ago. So indeed, blue is not able to take that field. What they could do, or maybe could have done, is just keep second people in hand and maybe place a farmer over here. Okay, wow, feisty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No more straight roads, but there is a starting tile. No. Well, there's this. So the 9 points do go to traps, and Shawin does now have the chance to either take 4 points or to go over here and block this square, but decides to take the 4 points, which is like the more natural move. And this is exactly what I mean. Like, you need to be careful about these fields getting unified, because essentially you might have been just throwing away a meeple for nothing, and now you potentially have a 6-point field with 2 meeples on it, and that's pretty terrible, to be honest. But Chowin does get the second road monastery, which is nice for him. Traps does get himself a 7-pointer. 3 points for the road, 1 point for this road finished, and 3 points for the additional city on the field. And Chowin with another dagger, which he will not be able to take any points with, but I guess it's just gonna be discarded somewhere over here, over here. Yeah, Lztecih, another 8-point move with this unifying the fields as it was. It was indeed a possibility, and it ended up happening. But now let's see if all this was actually enough for Traps to win, because I mean, it does look really, really tight, the situation. 52-52. Shared features, well, some basically were shared features. Then the monasteries versus the roads. I think blue does have this. Plus, oh, it's a 12-point field. Oh, but it's a tie. 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 And we know how the ties go. The starting player will lose, and that's gonna mean that we are at 2-2 situation on the match point. So it's all gonna come down to the table number 4. Fantastic. This is exactly the grand finale that we all want. Whoops. Um, And hopefully the table 4 has not ended just yet. Maybe we'll have a shot at it. So idinidad versus Kirui. Sorry, versus Kuri Kinton. So yeah, at 1-1 situation, and it's gonna all come down to this. Eight tiles remaining. We have 59 on the scoreboard. We have one extra meeple for Japan. We have an attack going on to a large ruin slash a city. And we have... Do we have better fields for red? This is shared. With a winning mini battle of 6-1 going on for red. So that's +5, +2, +8, +5, +4. So +4 at the moment for red. And this is of course something that has to be taken care of. Also, are there vanillas left? 1, 2, 3. Oh, 2 vanillas left. Wait, hold up a second. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so 2 vanillas left to this square right here. To get to a 12-point field, which would put blue at +8. Then red takes this field right here for 6 points. So +2 for blue. Okay, so blue definitely has pathways to victory here, for sure. Yeah, even if he will not connect over here. And as a matter of fact, let's check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Still 3 connection tiles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are no field Doritos. 1, 2, and there's only one field triple city with a field. Then 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a road Dorito, and then I guess a triple city with a road. Yeah, okay. And so going over here would decrease that joining possibility. Okay, well, I mean, there goes the extra meeple. There goes the extra meeple for Kurikinton. So now red is +5, with blue having two blue having 2 vanillas to connect to get +12 points. Also, blue, I guess, maybe still can get this meeple out. And I mean, he just gets a scoring tile now. Like 3 extra points, right? So that's good for idinidad. And now, I mean, it's gonna come down to the what are they called? Vanillas. I mean, 12 points, massive. And there are 2, so like technically, I guess Thailand has a 75% chance to win the entire Asian Cup right now. 5 tiles remaining, 3 for blue, 3 for red remaining after this tile. And I would say that definitely the chances are favoring blue at the moment. Because it doesn't actually even help that red would be taking this 6-point field. Because like he needs to get both of the vanillas in order to prevent a massive point scoring. Massive in this case meaning 12. And that's not a vanilla. Now 4 tiles remaining in the deck, or in the game, 2 of which are just fabulous winning tiles for blue. And unless both of the remaining tiles for Kuri are not vanillas, blue will take this home. there's a straight road. That's not gonna help. That's not gonna help blue. But he will have to take this 6-point field, because he will have to get the vanilla, place it here, and that's 4 points as opposed to 6-point field, right? So kind of has to take up on this field right now, otherwise it's gonna be less points than he can actually get. And also, if he doesn't get the vanilla, he's gonna have to take the 6-point field anyways, because it is the highest amount of points that the Thai player can get. 66% chance for blue now to win the game. Just getting a 6-point field. This is not reds, right? No, there are no red meeples on this field. So just take this field and pray for the love of God for the vanilla. The first vanilla is Kuri's. 50-50 shot to win the game for both players. Is there a vanilla in blue's hand? And there is. And there is. It is a 12-point massive major move. As long as blue doesn't mess this up, doesn't blunder, and places the vanilla where it belongs, he's gonna win this game, surely, right? 3 and 3, equal. -6 for this, -7, -6, minus. No! No! There is no way! There is no way! There's no way! There is no way! Blue blunders! Blue blunders the worst fashion that he could ever find. He blunders the entire Thailand win. Like everything was in his hands. He was gonna be able to bring the freaking gold medals to Thailand, and he makes the worst blunder in the history of the fucking game and loses the game, the set, and the match with this one move. I cannot believe this. I cannot believe this. He was waiting for this the entire game. He can see when the tile goes to his hand that there is a black spot going there. Like, how can you miss this? How can you miss this? The entire game was wasted. It was wasted. Look at this. Or was it? Wait, hold up. Wait, from where does red have like 1 billion points? Was he winning this? What? Wait, no. There's something wrong in this that I haven't seen. Because going here isn't actually a win. Where the fuck does red get so many points? What the hell? 1, 2, 3, 4. Like, this is equal. No, so it must be that I was just hallucinating that, and red was winning this entire ruin. Ah, yes, red had the large city. Ah, okay. Well, I mean that. Then I just made like all of that for nothing. Then I just imagined all of that for nothing. Oh, well, never mind then. Never mind then. But seemingly I was able to fool the chat though, because based on the reactions, then yeah, you guys believed what I said. You guys believed my own hallucinations. And I guess that is an achievement for me. Uh, Not the kind of one that I should be happy for or proud of, but the kind of one that oh god, I where the fuck was Oh no, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna take a little look see where the fuck were the meeples. Uh, give me that. Give me that. What the? No, I don't need tutorials, mate. I don't need tutorials. Um, so let's go like I don't know, 120 to see the ruin. Um, oh yeah. Okay, so 1, 2 versus 1, and this was then trying to equalize. Okay, now it does make a lot more sense. Um, Maybe I was initially like looking at maybe this field farmer. Maybe I was initially looking at this farmer to be in the city as the second blue meeple. I mean, I guess that's like really my only explanation that I can come up with. And then I also thought that it acted that it was a farm meeple as it actually was. But okay, well, I mean, well then I guess I do owe an apology to idinidad, even though it was a major blunder. Um, to go here and not here for like minus 11 points essentially, but it didn't actually, you know, lose the match for Thailand. But I, uh, I kind of wish that it would have, because then that like all my yelling would have been like justified. But now I just look stupid, because I made such a like huge number um, for nothing. But okay, that's my bad then. That's my bad. Uh, what is real though is Kuri's win. That's reality, and that's also reality that it puts Japan into 1-2 lead on table number 4, and also on the match scoreboard puts Japan into 2-3 lead, and thus Japan is the winner of the Asian Cup 2025. And they have done it again. They have yet again won a big team tournament on their own terms. I mean, Japan just cruising through. I think they actually didn't they just win 3-0 in the group stage as well. Let's actually have a look see, because I wanna check it out if they went undefeated. Yes, indeed they went. So 3 matches played, 3 match wins, and no losses. So no losses whatsoever for Team Japan in in this year's Asian Cup, and basically a flawless victory. Um, yeah, they did certainly uh, take a hint of the previous year's tournament and added it to the books to their notes, and have come up with a big conquering fashion, continuing now the tradition more than more than just a feat, that wherever Japan lands in terms of Carcassonne team tournaments, they will be undoubtedly the favorites to win the tournament. Um, and thus, Thailand now stands after 24 and 25 with 2 silver medals, um, which I mean it is on its own. It's both like a great um, feat, and also it's a great tragedy for Thai fans, because I mean you see your team going all the way to the grand finale and then lose on both occasions. First against Hong Kong and then against Japan. But like at least like there's only a way up if they reach even further grand finales on the future years. So there's that. Japan now with one gold. Then we have Hong Kong with one gold, and well, so far with one gold. And on Sunday, we will be seeing whether the second double medal team in the Asian Cup will be Hong Kong or will it be Taiwan? Because Hong Kong at the moment from 24 has the gold medals and Taiwan from 24 has the bronze medals. So Taiwan like trying to defend their um, valued medals more so than Hong Kong. But of course, both teams will be for sure giving their everything because two podium placements are still very nice to look at and will be a very nice add to their like Carcassonne like competition resumes, I guess, if you would want to make such ones. And yeah, it's just generally nice to see your team shine. Um, Congratulations to Japan and also for Thailand for a spectacular finals for making a 3-2 as it should be a tight one and for the extra drama that I accidentally made even bigger drama uh, without there actually being almost any drama in the last match in the last game. Next streams will be the um, the bronze medal match of the Asian Cup 2025 tomorrow at 1400 UTC. And then also on Sunday we will be streaming um, another OCFC match um, at 1700 UTC between Noppasaki and Yaniku. That's still week one of the group stage of OCFC, and it's going to conclude the week one. And then we'll also be likely streaming some more OCFC next week. Uh, Also, a side note: there will be tomorrow if you are not so keen on just online gameplay, then there is also going to be a stream of Ukrainian live national championships. Not on my channel, but it will be streamed by Devaka. So I am actually not sure on which channel it will be, but it will probably be featured on Carcassonne.gg at some point here, maybe. Or I'm sure then Devaka or some other, or maybe Sergei or some in the Ukrainian community will make a Devaka's stream appear somewhere so that people can follow the live nationals. Because unfortunately, I would have been interested to stream those, but I will prioritize the Asian Cup above the nationals because I want to stream um, all of the Asian Cup, not just skip on the more important matches. I'm happy for Blue he didn't lost because of the last move. I agree. I agree. It would have been pretty devastating to to uh, to make such a mistake at such time and place. Um, and I mean, he of course would not have been the first one to make such a mistake, but you just never want to see those happen, especially for yourself, because then you're just gonna be blaming yourself often, like for a long time, for your entire team's loss. But it didn't happen, so let's all be cheerful and for both Japan and for Thailand, very strong performance, and they will, as far as I have recalled, they have both earned themselves one of their teammates a spot in the CCL qualifiers that will be starting in well, early-ish um, April, October, November. Earliest November will be the CCL qualifiers. So they will be also, I think it was qualifier 3, that both Japan's and Thailand's place will be 2. That's going to be it all for today. I thank you all for watching. I thank you all for sticking all the way until the end. If you do enjoy this type of Carcassonne content and would like to see more of it, then there is an easy way to support the channel by subscribing on it or by just simply liking the stream. I'll be seeing you tomorrow with the final match of the Asian Cup 2025 and with some more OCFC. Bye for now.